Hello and welcome to Nat's Knackers Yard. Bye Bobber, I suppose. So Bobber's loaded up in the back, I'm in a zip car and I'm about to go drop it off and do a bit of a swap. And for those that have been on the site for a while, you might recognise one of them. There we have, in the dim light, the last look at the Bobber. Cheers mate, it's been fun. Enjoy your new home. Bring a bit of fun to it. Right, so that's leg one done. Bobber gone. Poor old Bobber. Replaced with a 1980 Yamaha XS 650, which I'm really looking forward to getting my hands on. But first things first, got to drop. Try that again. First things first, got to drop off Ernie the Eliminator with Charlie. Okay, so it's the next day, it's daylight, and let's have a look at this Yamaha XS 650. Long night last night, or long evening last night, so it was off, pick up the zip car, come back here, load up the Bobber, the EN450 Bobber, take that round the guy's house, round Kev's house, unload, load up the Eliminator, load up this, come here, drop this off, go to Charlie's at the Motorcycle Rescuer, drop off the Eliminator, which was kind of a return to source because that's where I got it from in the first place. Charlie's going to have a play with that, purely and simply because I've not got space here. He's got a bit more real estate, and I've got this, dumped it off in the dark, and let's have a look. First impressions, it's beautiful. It's really clean. So kickstart and electric start. I've got all the paperwork for this. It turned 40 in October. It hasn't yet been registered as historic, therefore MOT exempt and tax exempt. I'm going to have to wait for the V5 and everything to come through. Yeah, it looks really clean. One of the pods is off, so I'll stick that on in a second. The vacuum hose has just broken through, and it has on the other end as well, which probably hasn't helped it, so I'll just stick another one of those on. The tank is completely dry, so I'll bang that on. The pipe's looking really good condition. Yeah, I mean, superficially it's awesome. When you look up close, there's bits, so it was slowly getting picked apart in the garden by his kids more than anything else, but so it's lost the light switch, the starter button doesn't exist anymore, but you can jam it in with a key or something. It's going to take something. It's in beautiful shape. I've just got to get it running. Right, so I'm going to sort out that vacuum hose, bang some fuel in. It's got no battery. Yeah, it's disappeared at some point or another, so I'll jury rig in a decent battery that I know works. Right, cool. Let's get this tank off, sort out that the vacuum, and see if we can get it to make some noise. Fingers crossed. Right, so fuel in, tank on. I've been tinkering, but my sodding phone ran out of battery. It's not the day for batteries because I've realised that all of my spares are just shagged. So I've had to do it off my boost box. I get a and usually I did have a headlight a couple of minutes ago. I don't know what I've done differently. Maybe it's because I've tried to start it, maybe it doesn't come on. Got working indicators, front and rear, to start, and a rear light. There we go. Got working indicators, got working horn, so I've got power through it. If I try and give her a start by prodding something into the starter, because there's no button on it. It's trying. It's not going to start because I've got the sparks out. It's not going to start at all. I've tried seeing if I'm getting anything out of the... What's that? Is that? Maybe I'm not getting spark on that because it's not conductive. I was holding it on this. Let's try that again. Here. Leave you watching. It's really tricky. With one pair of hands. Right, let's see if I can get you down there, see if you can spot anything. See, I see no spark. I see no spark. So what, I'm going to piss around with the HD leads, I think. So ditto on the other side. See if I get anywhere with that. Cool. Yeah, so I've just hacked one down a little bit, shortened it, re-terminated, still absolutely no spark at all. Let me see if I can, see if you can spot that as well as I. We'll see if you can spot that as well as I didn't. That's a terrible sentence. Give that a go. Oh, hang on. That might have been something then. It's a super weak spark. That's a really weak spark, that, but there is something. Let me try the other side. Okay, so really short bit of filming today. I suppose tagged on with the other bit today, but at least it's an introduction to this. I'm going to have to call it a day. I've ordered a battery. I've got a few spare batteries, but they're ones that I've taken off broken bikes. So although they charge, they don't hold it. I just don't trust them, so I really need to get rid of them and just work off proper batteries. And I will do. My jump box it's all right, but I think that's getting a bit old now. It doesn't seem to hold charge very long, so I just don't trust my power supply, and I'm sure this is, with a weak spark, it's a power issue. So I've ordered a new battery for it, and that is on the way. Break, broader stuff. The SV650, I have locked out the exhaust a bit, as per a suggestion, and whilst doing that and sorting everything else out, it stopped starting. It didn't start. I've had everything out, including the starter motor, and tested it on my batteries, and it would start okay, then slow down, at which point I was there thinking, well, okay, I either need a new starter motor or I need to mess around with it. I've just tried tagging that onto my battery box, and it boomed straight through, and to my battery box into my booster, and it boomed straight through. So what? I don't think it is this, I think it is power. So why is it power? Bearing in mind it's cold, so batteries are going to discharge themselves. Yeah, fair one, but it's not sub-zero. So what? I think this needs a residual current to keep its settings. I think this has zapped the battery and has trashed it. So what? I'm going to bin it. Sounds a bit bold, but frankly, I've had a full refund back from the vendor because the right indicator was never going. So as much as I'm freaking annoyed because he's burnt me time, it hasn't actually burnt me any money, so I'm not overly concerned. So I think what I'm going to do is probably see if I can find an original and go back to an original clock on it and just see how that looks on a naked bike. I think it'll be fine, but I'll have a look around. What I've also done in terms of going back to original, I've struck it lucky, because as much as I've played around with that, it's still loud. I've struck it very lucky indeed, and I have found a second-hand SV650 Mark 1, which is what this is, exhaust, that's 20 minutes down the road on eBay, and I won it last night for 20 quid. And the reason why is, I can't remember the dimensions, but the dimensions of this is large. It's about 51, I think, something like that. And just slip-on exhaust. I'm going to need a link pipe, which adds about another 20-25 quid onto the price, and it protrudes it further. So what? As when and if I get around to selling this, what I can do quite easily is just have that one and the original one, and you just slip on the original one for MOTs and the like, or personal preference, if you like it loud or not. I have finished rebuilding the rear caliper. The kit arrived in the week, so that's all working, all sorted, although I've just realised I've routed the sodding cable on the outside rather than on the inside as it was, but cable hose. I'll have a look at that. it's fine. But I think more importantly, if I can get it moving again, it'll work. And I am going to order a new battery. The previous owner bought a new battery and chucked it in, but I'm adamant that Speedo has just trashed it, just discharged it to death, because I can't get it to charge up to 12 volts anymore, and I think that's the issue. So battery week, it's a battery week. Battery for this, battery for this. I do like this. It is really comfortable. Yeah. Let me see what happens. I've ordered the battery anyway. It needs something doing with it. It has got a centre stand, but the bit what you put your foot on has broken off, which is why the previous owner didn't use it. So I just jammed a screwdriver in. So I've got something to put my foot on to get it up. Love centre stands, make it a lot easier to work on. Cool, that'll do me. I'll get the battery in. I also managed to blow one of the fuses by cross wiring it, because it's counterintuitively wired, i.e. the negative is on the left, which is really weird to me anyway. Yeah, and then we'll see what happens. But yeah, Bobber's gone. This is the new Bobber. What am I going to do with this in the end? I don't know. I want to bobber it, but it seems a real shame to do that. I don't really want to slice anything up or off of it. My one concern is, as much as this seat is the most comfortable seat that I have ever sat on a motorbike, it looks wanky. I don't know what it is. It's just too wide at the arse. I don't know, and stalwarts of the bike will go nuts for saying that, but hey, it does have quite a big following. But what I have seen / noticed is it's a really flat profile. It's whether or not I can get a flat seat to go across it, and make it more calf-esque. Potentially drop the handlebars, and potentially just go for a bit of a calf conversion. Don't know. I really don't know yet. But first things first, I've got to get it up and running. So new battery. We'll see if the power sorts out that weak spark, because I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Failing that, I'll just buy some cables to be fine. I might actually treat it to new spark plugs while I'm at it. They don't look too bad, but hey, pennies. Right, cool. That'll do me for the week, for the Bye Bye Bobber episode, and it's a Hello XS. Cool. I'll catch you later.